Jimmy Certain and Dick Weber in the semifinal game. No easy task for Certain to have to bowl Weber in front of a capacity crowd at Weber's St. Charles Lanes.
But I don't like Weber's first move. He's chosen to finish on the left lane, allowing Certain to finish on 26, which I think is Certain's better lane.
Out of the gate he comes with a soft 10-pin in the first.
Of course, in Weber's heyday in defense of that decision, that was always his strategy. He wanted to get up there and get out of the gate with a double fast and get ahead of his opponent. That was always his strategy. Post the score first and put the pressure on the other guy.
Certain averaging 210.5 for his 2 championship round games this evening. He's already defeated John Handegard and Dave Toole. Now he has a Hall of Famer on his hands in Weber.
Of course, if he wins this match and the next one, he can be the first bowler in Knickers to win a PBA title.
Will there be an asterisk next to the title?
Weber using 6 steps, pulls that shot.
And nearly carries.
That's why he's chosen to finish on 25, because he just doesn't have the confidence on 26. That oil is carried down the lane now, and Dick actually had more trouble then because he had to keep throwing hard, but if he felt like if he moved too far right, the ball would hook too quick.
6 steps?
6 steps. He went to that about a year ago. I teased him about it, that he used 5 when he was in his 50s, and now that he's turned 60, he's going to use 6.
I kidded him when he's 80. He's going to have to start at the concession stand here just to get to the foul line.
He can still be winning tournaments when he's 80.
I'm going to say there's a possibility.
6 steps. Well, he's already taken that first one. The classic style of Dick Weber. Beautiful golden arm swing.
Basically has tried to keep his game fairly compact and simple through the years. And there it is, the Weber wall shot.
He's made it famous for the last 30 years or more. Dick, when he gives that little short follow through to the right, is his best shot. And he really reaches to the right. Then he's trying to save it, and the ball usually goes high.
Lane 26 has been a good one for Jimmy Certain this evening. It continues to be so.
Well, Certain's all laughs and smiles in between games. As soon as they turn on the lights, then he's got his game face on.
Both players with a spare in the strike to open up the semifinal game. The survivor of this one will take on John Hersina for the rights to the championship here this evening of the $75,000 St. Charles AMF Bobcat Senior Classic.
Good speed. Great result.
Certain comes back, whack, whack against Weber.
You know, he could have had a much bigger game the last game. He had some 10 pins. He had the 4-9 in the 10th frame. I think Webbs really needs to strike on this shot.
Well, went with a little more speed on that shot. Ball does not hold pocket, and he leaves the 610.
The ball's not going to hold pocket then. He's got to swing it some. And Dick doesn't like to do that. He's a down the boards, line him up type player, and he doesn't like to swing it, but I think he needs to. Trouble. Got it.
Whew. And thankfully so, as Weber waves off the 610. On hand, Pete Weber, one of the outstanding players on the PBA Tour. Winner of the PBA's Triple Crown.
One of only 3 to do that.
A strike for Dick Weber in the 4th, but it's Certain who has the double and the lead here in the semifinal game. A soft 5-pin strike for 3 in a row, and he now leads by 20. While we were away, this is the action in the 4th.
And watch the head pin. It goes to the sideboard. The 5-pin standing there, and I think that was the 4-pin that turned around and actually hit the 5
5-pin was hit 3 different times. It was basically knocked senseless.
Well, it fell down anyway.
Same thing. Trying to make it 4 in a row and really run out to the lead is Jimmy Certain, who's just slashing away on lane 25.
And he's got Weber in a position now that Weber just has to strike right now. Weber's down 30 pins. If he doesn't strike on this shot, he's in big, big trouble.
Has had trouble on the right-hand lane, but a beautiful shot, a pressure shot to keep himself in the match.
And he just gave it more room. Instead of trying that frozen rope and have it set, he gave it more room. He's got to come back now and hit his good lane 25 and cut that deficit to 10.
No defense in bowling. A little more speed this time, and another wall shot for Weber, who runs it out, and he's trying to stay close in the match.
He's exciting to watch no matter what.
Pressure now back on Jimmy Certain, who has 4 in a row.
Very little time.
Oh, that ball went a little long.
He really went over the top of that, kind of gave it a little spin, short shot, and the dry lane just grabbed it and brought it back.
Trying to relax if at all possible. Pretty tough when you're in the hot seat.
Pete knows the score. There's Ray Bluth, won in the stripe tie there. Was on the same team with Weber years ago, a Hall of Famer, PBA champion.
Oh, another excellent shot.